Welcome to the UDP broadcast, a podcast where a group of friends get together and talk about gaming-related topics and offer both informed and uninformed opinions. I'm Luminary, and we are accompanied today by our co-hosts, the Nordic Cajun,
Roll for initiative.
No.
the Eternal Barcode, me,
Hello, I'm pressing buttons tonight. Everything's gonna catch fire.
as the world intends, and from the Emerald Dream, Reina, the Crit Chicken.
This is fine.
All right, we passed over the 100th episode. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed our time doing that. That was really good. We're at 101, and we have a good, decent amount of things to talk about. I've tagged Nordic in some tasty Nord treats that he can talk about, and I'm sure Amy has some other stuff that he wants to talk about too, and of course, Crit herself. Before that, oh wait, hold on. We don't have ping.
Yeah, I can't do ping from my side. Anyways, 10% of all the revenue goes to our wonderful mascot. No, he doesn't extort us. No, 10% of all the revenue generated by the stream goes to the Trevor Project. Trevor Project is a fantastic organization that I think now, if we type in the command for !Trevor, it'll tell us what's going on. Maybe.
I started the bot. Hold on, I got it.
Oh, you didn't. God, we're geniuses. Absolute geniuses.
Oh, I have Biku on here. It's on my other laptop, which has been wiped. Well.
All right. Well, the Trevor Project is a charity that's dedicated to helping to minimize and eliminate the risk of teen suicide for kids that are part of, or kid and teen suicide for kids that are part of the LGBTQTIS plus community, with a huge necessariness of support. And we like to support them as much as we can, so it's a good organization. Go give them your money if you can.
Yeah, that's pretty good, flying by the seat of your pants.
Absolutely. I had it written down somewhere in one of my many text files, but I don't know. It's gone now. I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's gone.
As always, this is an opinion show. We have opinions just like you do, and our opinions reflect our own opinions, not any organization that we are currently employed or a part of. In other words, we're poor. Don't sue us.
And if I want your opinion, I will give it to you.
I mean, I made fun of you earlier in the show about taking over. You didn't have to go and eat my bandwidth, man.
Yes.
Funny
It's
story
all
about
mine.
That.
Oh, let's hear it.
Wait, crit vanish too?
I renamed myself to the bandwidth and Stealin's. Sorry.
Now I can eat the bandwidth.
Lord Almighty.
Bad puns abound.
You have to forgive me a little slow tonight because I have everything everywhere because this laptop.
It's a joke that's not meant for kids under the age of 18.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's talk. You know what? We've been starting with Nord lately with Nintendo Don't. So I've tagged you at a few things, Nord. What are your? Why don't you lead us off?
Well, here's the thing. I was actually scrolling down to go back to my notes, what I wanted to talk about, and then that's when the internet died on me. So I have to go find my notes.
Everybody's gateway is having problems right now.
That's it. Let's see. There was one that you sent me that just had me fuming. Which one was it?
Was it the Vampire the Masquerade stuff?
The Layoffs, that definitely got me mad, just because I've been waiting for that dead gum game for so dead gum long, and now they're in, like, they've got to be in, like, the closing stages of it, because it's supposed to be coming out for the Halloween time. But
So you think that we're probably going to get Vampires of the Masquerade after GTA 6?
at this rate, we'll probably get freaking Half-Life 3 before we get either of those games.
I just kind of feel like they rug pulled their whole team or something. Be like, hey, we're almost done with this. Guess what?
They said it is. They did it as a seemingly for a plan for a wider strategic decision in February of this year. There is no strategic that ever existed that has to end with taking people's jobs. That's just bad bad.
I don't think
Yeah.
I would support that, honestly.
And that's what's got me fuming, because this is something that a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. But if I'm gonna stand on my same morals that I bash freaking Nintendo about, I have to do the same thing with this too. It sucks. Like like Harvey Dent said it the best. You either die a hero or you see yourself live long enough to become the villain. And a lot of these people are just becoming villains in real time, and it sucks. Like, quit messing with people's livelihoods just because your stockholders want deeper pockets. Period. It's stupid. You're not even talking about like a freaking huge AAA title development company. These guys are not that big. I see you already got me. I'm literally fuming, and I don't like that.
I'm
That's
I'm supposed to be the
sorry.
nice one.
I heard fans have been waiting for that game for quite some time because there is a cult following behind Vampire the Masquerade. This is outside of like the LARPing stuff.
I
Right.
will say that the music in Vampires of the Masquerade was really, really good.
It was
I loved Isolated and
Like-
Let Your Bitch. Rich.
really, excuse your French after the way I talk like a sailor on the show.
Yar.
It's just like, I don't know. I want to say we'll see how it develops, because we've seen things turn around. We've seen things go one way and then immediately, not immediately, but after a long fight, come back to where it's supposed to be. Like with everything with Helldivers 2 and Snoy, and how we finally have democracy again.
They even
Yes.
recently they've released the review bomb cape.
Yes.
Besides, are you actually going to ever top Piznachos?
Probably
Huh?
not.
I don't get the joke.
Pizza nachos, Piznachos.
Oh, yeah, I would
Nachos?
never have gotten there.
Oh.
Sorry, that's
How
above my brain.
How about Nacha? There you go.
No, but it was a nod to Vampire. Oh, never mind. It was a commercial. It was pizza
Yeah.
nachos.
Now I'm gonna have to go freaking play that again soon.
Sorry.
Just for nostalgia. But yeah, but it's crappy. They shouldn't have done it. It's capitalism at its finest. Like, we're going to do this. We're gonna make sure you do all the work, and then right before we can cut you a check, we're gonna cut you. It's just
That sounds like certain companies after peak season.
I know in the game industry, when it comes to all of that, like all of the big work comes up front. So all the all the original art assets and everything else. So as time goes on, there's not going to be any more assets to generate. You're not going to need like 40 artists. You might need 2. That's right.
Yeah, but they better
But
put them in the credits.
oh, I'm sure they do. I mean, anybody who works on there. I mean, any development company worth their salt who has collaborated with any artists or has hired any artists should be on there, whether they're a contractor or not. After all, they were included in the game. I mean, we've talked about situations where people weren't included in the credits because they were contractors. I think the last time we talked about this, it had to deal with what was it? It was language translation. Like entire language translation teams were just ignored.
mm-hmm. It's just it's just a golden rule. Don't be a dick, and people just don't want to do it.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
Speaking of which, people who
Snoy.
are trying to get their hands on pre-owned Switch 2s, that's the one that really got me upset.
Wait, what?
There are already pre-owned Switch 2s out there for sale. Like, I guess you can get them like GameStop or on secondhand. Apparently, they're on the market because they're already been bricked.
Literally,
And
literally Nintendo said that if you try and modify them or open them up, they will brick your device. Holy shit, people are
Apparently,
fucking dumb.
What's the resale value of it? Is it like $1 since you can't use it?
I think it's a good paperweight, I guess.
my big thing here is that like, why are resellers not checking the Switch 2s before they sell them? I mean,
They're
it is a portable
stupid.
device. You could turn it on, and it's like, hey, you can't play anymore. Because...
Wait a minute. You could launder money that way. I don't condone the actual laundering of money,
Can
but
you
in theory,
send it back to Sony and be like, here, take your shit back.
to Nintendo's? No, because in Nintendo's, like we went over this a couple podcast episodes ago, that in the end user license agreement, Nintendo literally says they reserve the right to brick your device if you try and open it up, install third-party apps, or otherwise try and jailbreak in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's the reason why I won't touch it at
And
all.
they even
like
said... Sorry?
I don't like the idea of somebody being able to be like, you can't play video games anymore after I just gave them $500,000.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no.
no.
And to make matters worse, the license agreement even says that they'll do it either in whole or in parts. They could only half break it if they really chose. But also, there was a caveat in there that said when you do a software upgrade, if you've got saved games or any sort of third-party anything, there's a high probability that it will be corrupted and you'll have to start over.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you have a machine that you've never bricked, you've never installed any third-party software to it, there's a high probability that when you do a software upgrade, which you are by the license agreement required to be on the newest version as practically or as soon as practically possible, you might lose your saves because it doesn't seem like there's any sort of a cloud backup for your save. So yeah, like this is pretty jank.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. We are in the Wii U version of the Switches right now. This is by far it's more powerful. It's a stronger thing. What's the point of having a stronger piece of technology if somebody puts the wrong charger in there and it bricks the system? Like it's
Holy crap!
The whole setup is just dumb.
Yeah, it's over enforced.
Like, OMG, my intellectual property. No, at this point, you're just being a dick. That seems to be the theme. Like, people are, like, trying to stop people from doing things they're going to do anyway never works. Ever. Like, people are going to try to hack your system. Always going to happen. To force this upon other people, especially kids who don't know any better, who accidentally plug in the wrong third-party adapter and it has their whole system messed up and they have to try to get their parents to explain it to them what happened. No, it's dumb.
Oh, no, dude. I think it's even beyond that because check this out. Some parents are just dumb. They're not like us. Not like us.
True.
There you go. Kendrick Lamar just popped into this podcast.
That's it.
Yeah. So they're not like us. They'll be like, oh, they need a new controller or they need a new this. Oh, there's this knockoff one over here I can buy. I'll just do that. Or, oh, it's a USB-C. We can just do this and plug it in using something else. And next thing you know, I'm going to call it an investment. It's actually a liability at this particular point. Your investment is now done. It is no more. It is unable to be used by you or anyone else. There's no amount of factory resetting that can fix it because it's all server controlled by Nintendo. The moment that Switch hits the market, boom, you're done.
And this is how I discovered that PC Master Race.
Yep.
Basically. Oh my god. So I just saw something pop up in our news feed about Warhammer.
Oh, tell us about it. I haven't seen it yet.
Being dumb. So
Warhammer being dumb. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Games Workshop, so okay.
Pivot time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my god. So if any of you have the original Warhammer 40k Space Marine, there is the Warhammer 40k Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition that has an apology that ships with it now. Because, holy shit.
I need to digest that. They sent an apology with a product?
Yes.
We're so sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let
So,
you.
the original, so what had ended up happening is the game originally shipped at a selling price of $80 US. Because of course it did. Thanks, Nintendo. You goddamn morons. So, what they did is they had some bug improvements, some UI improvements, some crash to desktop additions, and some black ring bugs, and some visual menus that became permanent on your screen for a few seconds to be annoying, and some new other enhancements like that. I mean, bugs. Well, fucking enhancements and bugs. They were all the same thing at this point. They tried fixing things, made things worse. But they charged $80. And it's not that much of a visual improvement over the Anniversary Edition. The Anniversary Edition came bundled with everything that was released up to 2021. And the Mastercrafted edition is the same thing with just a few extra polygons for $80. So of course, the users had their way in the comment section of the reviews, and rightly took Games Workshop to task and said, "Don't buy this. Don't at all buy this." Like, so, Relic Entertainment and Sega got hammered with this. It has 94 reviews. And that's it. It was released on the 10th of June, so it's been out for 18 days. It only has 94 reviews, and they're mostly negative. Like, 78 out of 94 are mostly negative. It's all the same thing. Like, yeah, you get extra polygons, but it's not worth the price. There's not a significant improvement to the whole game to make it worth $80. So, there is a posting under all of their events for refunds and discounts and patch plans. We've got some important updates to share for Warhammer 40k's Space Marine Mastercrafted Edition, including an extended refund policy, details on a 50% upgrade path discount, and a preview of the patch improvements coming soon. Yeah.
Sorry, Games Workshop. The only company ever to follow that path and be successful is like Hello Games. Like, seriously.
Yeah, like, and Relic released the original one, and Relic released the second one. I don't think it was Relic's idea to release it at $80. I think this was being pushed by Sega, having looked up, what Nintendo did with their new games of going, oh, we're going to charge $80. You can go eat a bag of dicks and choke on them all the way down. So now they've got a 50% discount. So what you need to do is, if you own the Anniversary Edition, you get a 50% discount when buying the Mastercrafted Edition from the 26th of June to the 10th of July. It'll be automatically applied. New buyers already own the original game, new buyers who own the original game will see the discount automatically applied at checkout. If you already purchased the Mastercrafted Edition and qualify for the discount, you need to request a refund manually via Steam support before July 10th, and then repurchase the game at the discounted price. I'm sorry. If you're making me have to refund the game just to rebuy it at the lower, I'm not going to rebuy it. I'm just going to refund the goddamn game.
Ain't doing it.
Yeah, like, I'm just going to refund it.
I'm going to say right now, I am not on board with paying $80 for games.
No. You want to see piracy? Like, so think about it. Yes, and I understand games back in the 80s and 90s costed between $40 and $60. However, with inflation, that comes up to around $80, $90 or even more. I understand that we live in an era with the cheapest distribution cost overall. That doesn't mean hose your consumers, because everybody lives in a time right now where some of us have to work 3, 4, 5 jobs just to make a choice between food for the week or rent over my head.
Also, it's also the whole supply and demand thing. Before, with regular physical discs, it was hard to come by. Oh, the stores are sold out, yada, 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 yada. Oh, I want to play Final Fantasy, this and that, the other thing, blah, blah, blah. I can't find the disc. Right? And then you go over to GameStop and they jack up the price and this and that, the other thing.
Yep.
We're talking about digital downloads. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, like, you can recoup the cost of your production by pricing it reasonably for the current economy. And over the last 10 years, inflation has been skyrocketing. It's in Canada, I don't know about the US, but in Canada, it's actually tapered off quite a lot. It's down back around like the 2 to 3%, which is roughly normal. But even then, that's a lot of money. And when you consider that $10 you made 20 years ago had way more buying power than $10 today does. Like, I buy mochas from Timmy's. They used to cost me $1.75 10 years ago. They now cost me $3.30. Like, this is expensive. And then to sit there and, on your smug, rich ass as a CEO, or whoever, I'm going to blame the CEOs all the time, or whoever's in charge of pricing this shit, saying, oh, the consumer will pay $80. Do you like piracy? This is how you encourage it. You will encourage piracy if you're pricing things out of people's ability to pay. And I don't understand why companies don't realize this. There's a few things they need to do. One, again, like I said, and I'll beat that dead horse for a little bit longer, is price things to what people can afford. And you got to remember, like, we live in a time where we have any disposable income is extremely discretionary. Extremely discretionary. If you want me to buy your game, you need to put it at a price point that makes sense for me economically. Because if I can have fun playing Bolt Gun, which is free to play, or pay $80 fucking dollars for a game, I'm gonna play a cheap ass free to play game, or one of my old games, or download DOSBox and get some of my old DOS games running. Like, this is bullshit. And they've got some planned updates coming, some UI updates, and it's such a gong show the way they release this product. It's not worth it. And the 94 people who commented, there's a few people, like I said, it's like 78 negative reviews. The few people who liked it are like, okay, this is cool, it's got 4K support, but the price. And there's more bugs. Like, it's just brutal. This was not worth it.
Mind you, this is, I can understand how this could actually propel piracy forward. Honestly, at this particular point, I wouldn't even be looking at folks that are part of, and I hate to say this because there's a lot of good game developers out there and they don't really have a choice because a paycheck's a paycheck and they too have to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But take, for example, Balatro. I would spend the money on that. They're not asking much. And you get hours and hours and hours and hours of fun out of it. You can ask Cajun. Like, it's an amazing game.
You've got a good gameplay loop going.
Yeah, there's a lot of developers out there that I think this could spur the community to actually start looking at the indie developers, the ones that are trying their hardest, the ones that are listening and creating something new, as opposed to going by the prescribed publisher formula. Because at the end of the day, when you're part of a publisher, and I know Pirate Software is a hot button right now, but even he said that, like, you don't really need one. I mean,
and when it comes to those kind of games too, like, their price point is perfect to the point, and I am 150% guilty of this.
You know what though?
I will buy it more than once. I bought
like
it
how
for Steam. I'm sorry.
I like how they added old games like the whole Bad and Kados or whatever to Steam and whatnot, but I think a lot of people would actually have a field day if they incorporated Tales of the Abyss or just Tales of series onto there, as well as Skies of Arcadia.
they have a huge collection of the Tales series. I have one of them. In fact, we might have talked about this about 2 years ago. It was one of the Tales series. I can't remember which one it is because I'm on a laptop that doesn't have Steam, so I can't look it up because I bought it. Where it had like almost, it wasn't, it was like almost a billion line. No, it was 1.5 million lines of dialogue.
Yeah, I think that was Abyss, and they also made it into an anime series.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know there's like Tales of Iron. There was a Tales of Iron or something like that. I know they have like a whole collection. Like, if you just look up Tales of, there's like a whole collection of the Tales series that's been remastered or ported over to work on PC.
I need of the Abyss. I want to finish that game.
I'll tell you what, I'll look for it if it's there. I don't know. Somebody here can look up if
What am I looking
Tales.
for? I'm here. Tales of what?
The Abyss.
Tales of the. Don't see it coming up.
Or is it Trails?
Tales.
Tales. Okay.
It was such a good game. And it's almost, I want to
Tales of
say,
the North to Black Sun.
is it almost 30 years old? Oh no. No.
Nope, I refuse to acknowledge how old I am. Sorry. I'm he's cool with it. I mean, 956 or something like that.
62.
At that point, it's just like, it's like being at the hospital with a gown that doesn't fit. You're like, I don't care. I just want to be healed. So
I just saw.
Oh, it's a PS2 game.
Oh, it's Tales of 25th anniversary back in 2021. So Yeah, like I said, I don't want to spend $103 just to play that game.
That's how I feel about all the Dragon Quest games too. I want to go back and play them, but I ain't going.
And look at it, 315 reviews, on Amazon. That was a really good game, and they don't want to put it on Steam because they're a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, your people I always complain that the old Pokemon games are never on my system, so I get it. Put all these old games onto the modern hardware and let us have fun like we used to. They did it with a few games. Like they put Monster Hunter 1 and 2 on Monster Rancher, I say, 1 and 2 on Steam. And
So fun. I remember having that for the PS1. Me and my brother, we played the crap out of that. That back when CDs were like just reach left and you could just get a CD and throw it in
that's
there.
it. Like I would go and I would get stacks of them from the other room. All right, let's see what today, boys. I know they fixed it to where you can do it on Steam. I just don't think it would have the same like appeal to me now. I like the idea of putting the physical disc in. Like I actually am summoning something, but who knows? Who am I to judge people's fun these days? I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum.
I can tell you who you are. You're Nord, part of the UDP
That's me.
broadcast podcast. You can say whatever you want.
Fair.
Oh my god.
Wait, so how is the new Palworld stuff, the Tides of Terraria?
I mean
I
to ask you
am
about that.
loving the ever loving fire out of it. Like they've
Wait, the
added
tides of what?
Tides of Terraria. It's a crossover between Palworld and Terraria.
Oh my.
Yes, it's like they've added so many new pals. They've added so many new mechanics, from fishing up pals to um, all of the villages and cities actually having like personality now. You walk in and the humans that are there are actually interacting with one another. Actual pals in the cities who are interacting with one another. I've seen pals literally play patty cake with one another in camp. Like there's so much emotion they've added to the game with this new update, and then going to be able to fight and even capture the Eye of Cthulhu in the final dungeon. I cannot wait to get there and do that. It's going to be so much fun.
I wonder what
Oh
the
Um,
my.
special ability is for capturing the Eye of Cthulhu, because that's literally the flagship boss for Terraria.
I know, and you can get a headgear of it too, so you can just be the Eye of Cthulhu on your head. It's so cool. I can't wait to get it. And I'm saying, like all the new pals they've added, I don't think there's I haven't liked yet. They're all adorable, including the one I cannot wait to get my hands on is the new sea lion pup that it gets faster the more you slide down a hill. I'm like, yes, please give to me right now.
See,
Like
if Pokemon was actually smart about it, they could have actually made a collaboration with Palworld instead of just suing them.
I'm saying now they in a fight that they're actually starting to lose. So
Now,
I'm just
see,
saying.
I'm still kind of wondering if that was a decision on the folks behind Palworld, or if it was or if it was their publisher, Nintendo. Like that's where I'm getting at. It's kind of like that incident a long time ago before Bethesda joined Microsoft, where ZeniMax came after someone, and a lot of hate went to Bethesda. And they're like, we didn't even know this happened. It turns out our parent company, ZeniMax, did this. I can't remember what the incident was, but it had to deal with Skyrim. Skyrim's been around for forever. So, I mean,
Skyrim's almost most kids these days. That's how long that stuff's been around. Yeah,
I
if
used to
you
be an adventurer like you until I got hit with retirement.
but no, real talk. If like especially you, Cricket. I know you played it for a while, and then Warcraft is a lot of fun. Like if you enjoyed the whole base building aspect of it, like playing, you'll love the stuff they've added to it now.
I need to get back into it. I remember the last time I played, I just kept on getting wave after wave after wave after wave after wave of things attacking my base.
I think they
That's
fixed that.
yeah, it's tampered down a lot. I only get hit by that like every like 10 or 15 nights. Like it's very rare,
I was
and
like,
nine
how am
times out
I?
of
Because I was
my
like, how am I
pals can take them
supposed
out.
to get some pals if I always have to be playing base defender?
Yeah,
I would
they
like
nerfed that a lot.
I would like other pals besides Lovander, please.
Hey. I feel called out. But I think the two most interesting aspects that they've added to the game. One is that the other human enemies actually have full blown bases now you can go raid, which I
Nice.
really cool. But the weirdest one I mentioned in chat the other day is you can actually go to bed with one of your pals in the room with you, like y'all just go to sleep, it's chilling.
Oh, like
However,
lavender, and all you hear is.
well, if you look at the patch notes, it actually says there's a 0.01 chance that you could wake up with an egg next to your bed.
Oh no.
Yes, so yeah, that's a thing. Pocket Pair knew what they were doing. I'm gonna say it outright. They know what they're doing.
I guess you can call that an Easter egg. Oh.
So speaking of Palworld, we missed this. This is all the way back from May. So you remember we talked about how some of the mechanics got taken out of the game, especially when it came to capturing the pals?
They disappear and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to have to check and see if it's still up on Nexus mods, but apparently the mod community said nuts to this.
Oh yeah, they added a mod. You could totally put it back.
Yeah, the glider restoration is back. Because they were just like, no, we're not having any of this. Oh, and of course, the first moment I click on mods for Palworld, it's Sexy, Elizabeth, and B-Guard, Growly's thick with 2 C's, Catris, not safe for work, and God damn it, you horny bastards!
I'm going to install Palworld now.
Holy shit, there's so many horny things. What is wrong with you? Hide adult content. Okay, so... God damn.
This episode brought to you by...
The horny. Oh my god.
The crit happens. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Palworld After Dark. A mod talk to you.
No.
Talk about rolling a natural 20 on horny. Hey, you rolled right into it, so you know.
Quiet you.
Hey, if you didn't... What was that game you were playing with the... Never mind.
Oh, I was affecting some mass.
Don't shame the Palworld community when
I will.
A Mass Effect happening.
Oh my god. But hey, cool. They do have RGB lanterns you can get as a script for the game. That's kind of cool. But my god,
all the other stuff aside, the modding community is actually really good with Palworld.
It is. And I think I've mentioned before, mods, I think, are what keep a game going. Like, your developer will bring you the game, and it's the mod community that gives you agency over the game. They're the ones that say, I want the game to be like this for me, and then they find like-minded people who say, I like what you did, I'm going to do that. And, you know, for example, I play Mass Effect, and I've gotten back into Legendary Edition. The first one, I installed a crap ton of mods, including a patch mod. Like, it's the unofficial community patch mod that improved and fixed a lot of the bugs that were never fixed before development ceased. And same with Mass Effect 2. There's that. Both games, I have the first-person mod, so I can play it as a first-person shooter instead of a third-person view. I have, different weapons, different armor, skins and stuff. Like, that's kind of cool. And both of them, one has what's called the Diversity mod project, and 2 has the... something similar, I can't remember what it's called. But basically it gives you more NPCs in the main hub area so they don't seem so empty. Because, with the original games, you'd have like 5 people on a floor in this giant facility. It's like, this is supposed to be a central hub of commerce, activity, and everything else, and there's 5 people here. Where is everyone?
As advanced it was at its time, though, I mean, it makes a lot of sense because you could only have so much because you start running up against hardware limits without, like, tanking for FPS.
Oh, for sure. But now, like the Immersive Citizens mod for number 2 and the Diversity mod project for number 1, that's great. Like, it gives you additional characters. You hear more dialogue. That's, the recycled dialogue. But it makes you feel more immersed in the game. And mods and modding communities will always be there. They're the ones that keep the games going.
Oh, I know what. Thanks to the Steam Summer Sale, now I know what game I want.
Uh-oh. What game do you want?
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Do it for They did it for
kitties,
him. They did it for him.
Speaking of kitties. Speaking of kitties, there's a Steam that is like number 4 on the charts right now. It's made by the same developer that did Rex's Retirement, which is kind of a unobtrusive overlay on your desktop screen where like gameplay actually.
Oh, the Bongo Cat. Yes.
Yes. So it was interesting. The story came up as the developer's like, I'm not making any money from this. I mean, do whatever you want. But what's interesting is I've read the article that I tagged you folks in, and there is a new game that they're coming out with, which I'm actually kind of excited for. It looks like a neat adventure game, which I hope is going to be really awesome. And apparently, if you wishlist, pre-order, and join their Discord, you can get different hats for your Bongo Cat. And the Bongo Cat just sits in the lower left-hand corner and counts your keystrokes. So if you ever wanted to know how much you actually type during a day.
No, I don't want to know.
I know my max speed. It's 116 word per minute.
All right, speed is cool, but like how many key presses are you actually doing?
I don't know. I just know it's 99% accuracy.
The developer in the article was saying that it counted like 90,000 keystrokes a day. So that's a lot.
Now, if I'm playing World of Warcraft and I'm healing, let me tell you.
So, as a healer, you still have a lower DPS than the DPS class.
But I can still chew your ass out.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not, like... Tanks, I think, have one of the least amount of button presses to do. I think DPS will always, especially melee DPS, I think will always be number 1.
Rogues. Unless you... No, because now they have the one button macro thing.
Oh, right, for accessibility.
Yeah, the one... Yeah, rotations. Now you can actually play that on the freaking, what is it, the Steam Deck or something, or whatever. That would be interesting if they actually brought it to the Microsoft handheld game that they're coming out with.
I wonder,
accessibility, quote unquote.
I wonder how you play Demon Hunter with one button.
Hope for the best.
I think so. Like,
another thing is, like, it amuses me. Like, they always come out with the Steam Summer Sale, and I'm just like, yes, add more stuff to the library that I will never play.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I've been sitting here looking at this game called Do No Harm. It's a Lovecraftian doctor simulator, and I've been hovering the button for the past 15 minutes.
Are you gonna play it, or are you gonna play Palworld?
I'm gonna play Palworld.
I'm hovering my finger over it too. I saw that show up on the news feed. They were talking about it. So yeah,
it looks good. I'll probably still get it because I'm a sucker for Lovecraftian stuff. So it's probably going to be added to the Steam library this summer. But I also saw something in the list that I didn't think would ever be a thing, but we're living in a society apparently. We were talking about how successful Balatro is.
Mm-hmm.
You've really become successful when your little itty bitty little gesture guy becomes crossed over into another game already. Dying Light 2 has a crossover with Balatro. You can get the Jester as a skin. It's called Friend of Aiden as the bundle. You get the Ceremonial Dagger, which is one of the Joker cards you can get in the game, and it comes along with a paraglider and a Joker keychain with a little guy on the keychain. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. That he's already got crossovers with his boy in other games. Like I'm all here. I'm here for it. I've never played Dying Light, but that's awesome. That's cool. I like it. I'm a fan. Go Joker. Yeah.
Indeed. All right, let's see if we can jump through some of the stuff. I know Amy wanted to talk about Jump Ship.
Oh yes.
Tell us about that. Amy.
Yes. So I was actually just about to switch our conversation over there. Anyways, so if you haven't heard of it, too late. You can't play the demo. There was a game I was playing for a good solid week with Bomb Redeemer and a few other people from another server. And it's like if you took all the best elements of like Starfield, Star Citizen, I guess, the hell's that game that EVE Online, and kind of threw them together into a looter shooter. But you could run around inside your ship. You had to repair your ship mid, firefight with someone, and there was goddamn fire that you had to put out and concern yourself with, and drones, and it was so much fun. They had the demo out. The developer, Keepsake Games, had the demo out for a little while. I think it was out for about a month or so, right up before Next Fest came out and the Steam Summer Sale came out. And I'm pretty sure they were doing it for one of two things. One, to drum up hype, because obviously we don't have magazines and you can't really drum up hype through magazines anymore, but a demo works well. And two, I think they were looking at it to see how strong their potential sales were going to be on release date. And their update is kind of sad, because they start off with, "How's it going, jumpers? Don't forget to drink water." Oh. By the time you read this, we've already closed the demo, meaning it will no longer be playable. Then they go on a bunch of other things, and they end the first paragraph with, "Absence makes the heart grow fonder, after all." So they have some stats, and I'm amazed at this and amused. 530,000 players played the demo. There are 950,000 people who have wishlisted the game. In that time that it was open, there was 973,000 missions played, 107 years of playtime, 1.7 million hyper jumps, and 1.1 million fires erupted on people's shits. They went through and they took a lot of the feedback from the players to heart. It's supposed to have a roguelike element, and that wasn't really, made all that clear in anywhere, really. But like, if you play Binding of Isaac, if you play any sort of roguelike game, you know every mission or every run you do, you start off with nothing. You start off with a basic whatever it is, and I guess people didn't realize that this was Fast and Light FTL. You have that whole path choosing thing to do. You do that in this game as well. And like FTL, you start with basic weapons on each run, and people, I guess, didn't really understand. Like, the people playing the game didn't understand roguelites, or roguelikes, I should say. So they were a little bit distraught or annoyed and confused as to why they would keep on losing all their weapons every time they started a new run. So they're going to look at something about that. They're going to try and expand some of the roguelike elements and make it a lot more obvious what's happening. I would guess they're probably going to put in a storyline to explain away why you're losing all your weapons on each run. Anybody who was using a controller and using aim assist found it was a little bit off. And the point two they have, aim assist is weird, playing on a controller has several issues, key binding, etc. First and foremost, sorry. I like that. I mean, you're acknowledging there was a problem and you're not just trying to victim blame and gaslight people. So they're acknowledging it was an issue. Solo play is difficult. The buddy bot that is supposed to help you in solo play was useless. It doesn't do anything. It just sits at your chart table going, yeah, you're on fire. Meanwhile, you're trying to fly. You're trying to man guns to shoot, whatever's attacking you. You're trying to run around your ship and put up fires all at the same time, except two of those you have to be in a seat to do while you're running around putting out fire. So they're going to work on fixes for that. There was a lot of requests to up the player limit from 4 to at least 6 or 8. There's no slide function when you're running around, so they're looking at adding that. There will be a lobby browser coming in the future, and it'll hit when they go early access. It's going to hit there. They are going to be implementing an endless mode at some point. There's no pinging right now. Like, if you open up your map, there's no way to ping on it and show oh, hey, that's something we want to go look at. They're going to apparently improve that. The first-person piloted view and free look is getting looked into, but the big thing for them is they wanted full immersion, so it's kind of limited viewpoints. So they've got a whole other list of stuff they want to do, and it's really cool that all of this stuff is feedback from the community, that we're all like, hey, this isn't working right. or we don't like the way this feels. And they're looking at implementing some of it or explaining a bit more of how some of these things work. And I think that's amazing. And I'm really looking forward to this game because it was way too much fun. It was absolute chaos and pandemonium. And I know, Raina, you stopped in one night while we were playing this, and it was loud. All 4 of us yelling at the same time, going, "Oh my god, it's on fire, I'm getting shot at. We have to open this door. Oh god." Like, it was nuts. I love it.
Good stuff. I'm looking forward to that release. It sounds like a riot. And maybe play with
It's
you folks.
so much fun.
All right. Good stuff. So Jump Ship, have your eyeballs on that. Let me see here. What else we got?
Is on fire.
Sony's facing Dutch lawsuit over artificially high PlayStation prices. Quick on that.
Yes.
Consumers are paying 47% more for digital games than for physical ones. No shocker there. Thanks, Snoy. That article was by GameIndustry.biz. What else we got? We talked about Bongo Cat. We talked about Aaron Shore. I'm actually going to pick that one up. It is a simulated MMO built for single player by some dude who works in the healthcare industry. So just like all the other solo devs, whatever work that they couldn't do, they probably sourced out. So it's not really a solo endeavor. You still got to do stuff with other people. So that's going to be awesome, mostly because I'm an old EverQuest player, and I was taking a look, and it's like a mix between RuneScape, EverQuest, except it's single player, and all the all the player characters are simulated. So let's go. Epic Games successfully sued Fortnite cheat for $175,000. Don't know who it is, but Riot plans on donating the proceeds from this lawsuit to a charity. They didn't say which one. What else we got? Alex Butcher is managing director. He's the managing director of Analog and has been awarded an MBE for services to the gaming industry and entrepreneurship during the King's recent birthday honors.
Huh.
Yeah, so I assume that's referring to King Charles. The other thing that was really important that we needed to spend some time on was fan-made Halo game gets Xbox blessing, but Microsoft had one request. So... you brought out the most information about that, and I can't really talk about that, so I'll let you lead.
What? I got distracted. Sorry. My brain melty.
Sorry, I was talking really fast trying to go through this. Because this was all notable stuff, but we also talked about stuff that was near and dear to us, and this is our podcast. That's what's most important. So,
what were you talking about again? Like, I don't remember.
Spartan
Survivors. Halo guy.
The what, sorry?
What?
Spartan Survivors. It was the fan-made game that Microsoft was like,
right. Yeah. Okay, so it's a fan-made Halo game, and Microsoft actually reached out to the mod team and said, "Hey, we love your game, but there's always a but." And the but wasn't that bad. It was kind of small. Microsoft did say that, hey, when you have your disclaimer, just make sure it's very obviously not affiliated. Like, we're obviously very not affiliated with you. It's nothing major. It was no, like, significant language change. And I think... No, that's not the one. There we go. There's the itch.io. And... yeah, I guess they had updated it, but basically all they did was say the Halo video game franchise is copyright Microsoft Corporation. Spartan Survivors was created under Microsoft's game content usage rules using assets from the Halo video game franchise, and it is not endorsed or affiliated with Microsoft. And that's it. That's all. That's all they had to do. So I don't know what the original content was. I haven't bothered to go look up on the Internet Archive. But for it to be one sentence and clean and simple like that, and for Microsoft to sit there and be like, yeah, go right ahead, we freaking love this, that makes me happy. I like to see this in the games industry where a publisher or a rights owner says, holy crap, you've put a ton of effort into this game looks amazing, and instead of slapping a cease and desist, they say, here is the proper disclaimer you need. Have fun. I want to see more of that in the future.
Work was done for them, and it was great.
Hell yeah. Like, this is awesome to see that kind of endorsement from, a rights holder as large as Microsoft.
Indeed. All right, 2 more, and then we can move on to our round table. You ready?
Yar, let's go.
We talked about Balatro or Balatro. He the creator doesn't care how you pronounce the name, but he has just finally completed his own game. He got completionist plus.
Oh yeah, I remember reading that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Last one is the Team Fortress 2 updates. So I haven't played Team Fortress 2 in a while.
Crazy that it's still getting updates, bro. That's awesome.
I installed it. No, have I installed it recently, or has it always been installed? Team Fortress 2. Oh yeah, last time I played it was December 23rd, 2021.
Should I call in my chicken nugget to see when his last playtime was? Because
It was today because he just achieved brain spotting, decapitated 50 enemy players.
Nice.
He's been playing it today. He was playing it yesterday. He played it on the 19th. Yeah, he's been playing it recently.
he loves, like I said, he's been playing.
When was the last time I touched it? Oh, go ahead.
I wonder. I'm gonna ask him. Hold on.
No,
1 second. Let me summon the nugget.
When was the last time I played, Amy?
I don't know.
Well, you said I thought you were able to see that stuff.
No, like the reason I know is that he, like, you know, when you're looking at a game and it shows like your friends and the recent achievements they get. I'm just looking at his recent achievements because it's showing up in like the activity feed.
He's kind of busy right now, but maybe next week I can get him to like nerd out over Team Fortress 2. And how long has that game been out?
Good lord, that came out.
Release date October 10th, 2007.
Yeah.
So this kid who was born in 2008 is carrying a freaking game older than he is.
Yeah.
You trained him well.
That's what happens if you make good games.
And yeah, exactly. And I got this as part of the Orange Box, which, you know, you got free when you bought a video card, so you're basically paying for the license as well. And I have a hat that is unobtainable unless you paid for the game. You cannot have the hat. And I get so many requests in Steam to do trades with me because people want my hats. They are mine. You may not have them. I'm trying to find the hat. I don't remember what it was called. I always forget the name of it. But yeah. I also have the Cheater's Lament. Oh yeah, sorry. The Cheater's Lament, if you don't know, it's a little Halo hat that was given out to people because there was like a time where people were cheating to get themselves their achievements and get all the new hats and fancy shit. And Valve banned a shit ton of people. And then anyone who didn't get caught up on the ban got this hat. And it's permanently attached to your account. And I also have the proof of purchase, which you cannot buy. You cannot trade, you cannot get. You only get it if you got the game originally when you bought the video game. Yes. It is my hat. And I also have the Alien Swarm Parasite. So if you play Alien Swarm, you'll get that hat, or you did. I got the Tux hat. What other stupid hats do I have?
My gosh.
You
know how many hours he has in Team Fortress 2?
How many?
513 hours.
Oh, he's only a little bit ahead of me. I got 494.
And he has 223 achievements.
I got 383, but I mean, I've been playing this forever.
I have 12.1 hours and I have 1 achievement.
Oh! I feel bad for you.
If you want the chicken
numbers,
nugget,
Cajun, you better play more.
He can teach you how to play if you want.
He'd probably get aggravated because I am not the best at FPSs.
Nah, he has fun with it. I mean, he for some reason I think he likes playing medic or whatever. I have to figure that out. I don't know.
Medic.
Yeah.
I do enjoy the classes. They're kind of fun.
Keeps on like doinking people. Doink. Hey, what?
Yep. Just bop them on the head. I think I played heavy most.
Yeah, I did spy and engineer. Those are my 2 favorites.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoy the engineer, especially when you could finally get up to like, you know, I think it's level 4 turret. Oh, that's so good.
Even in Deep Rock Galactic, Engineer is probably one of my favorite classes to play. So, all right. So we're at the end of all of this. Let's go into our round table. Cajun, what you got coming this week besides more Palworld, Terraria shenanigans?
Palworld all week, all the time. It's gonna be fun. Just like it's currently my escape. I can go build things and just relax, and I like it. It makes me happy. So that's life right now. Just finding things that make me happy.
What? That's what it's all about right there. And video games is a great way to do that. Jaime, what you got going on?
I'm affecting mass
Uh,
and finishing up Mass Effect 2. I've played 1 and 2, the original stuff, years and years and years ago when you had to buy all the individual DLCs. And apparently, I didn't realize this, but Echo, our friend Echo, was telling me that for Mass Effect 2, there was a little bit of controversy in that the most powerful weapons in the game were only available to people who bought the game as a pre-order from GameStop. So if you got it from any other distributor, you did not get the best gun in the game. I didn't realize that, and that is garbage. And I'm glad that all the weapons are included, all the DLCs included. And then if you're like me and you mod your game, you get more guns, more armor types, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. Then I'll do what I've never done before once I'm done this run, and that's play number 3. I've never actually played number 3.
Number 3 was a wild ride. I mean, it was very cinematic. A lot of folks didn't like the ending of that one, and they actually redid it. I haven't played it since they put in the new ending. I shot straight through that game. It like grabbed me by the cojones and just dragged me straight through. It was really good. So you'll like
I
it.
got dragged by the cojones.
Oh, I do have Andromeda. Then I have to play Andromeda and see how that goes.
Oh, bruh. Andromeda. Let me tell you, like, if you ever go biotic, get the push and pull biotic abilities like as soon as you possibly can, because you could literally launch people over mountains and just clear out all kinds of stuff. It's so great. Yeah, nope. People can fly. It's not only is it a company, but it's a thing that you can do in Mass Effect Andromeda. And that's what made that game tolerable to play, other than being beautiful. Crit, what are you doing?
Just browsing Steam right now, getting ready to watch On Patrol Live, getting ready for school, because that's coming up soon.
How is that
And
anyway? How are you doing in school? I know that you made Dean's List and all kinds of cool
oh,
stuff. What's going
I
on?
didn't make Dean's List, but I had 3 academic distinction awards. I'm just waiting for my admission into the actual school because they're waiting on quote unquote the transfer credits, so I'm officially in.
Sweet. Good job. Like, I'm sure all 3 of us here and everybody around you is proud of all the accomplishments that you're doing for your
Hell
academic
yeah.
success.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just going to be a certified yapper. I'm not going into to STEM or
You know what?
STEAM.
You know what? So it doesn't really matter what you're doing. It's the idea that having an associate's at anything automatically bumps your pay in whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter. So,
Bachelor's.
oh, you're going for bachelor's? Okay,
Yeah,
you can still get the associates along the way. That way you can get the pay bump. So it's not like you have to wait.
I'm
If you
hopping
spit,
off. I'm hopping over associates. Just there's no reason if I can just get a bachelor's in 2
oh
years.
yeah, and I'm not saying stop. What I'm saying is that you just grab it along the way, right? So
Y-
that way, yeah. Because I mean, just like the rest of us, we all work for a living, and I don't know about you, but I like money. Do you like money?
I love money.
I like video
I can't say that
games.
in a Mr. Krabs voice.
Money, money, money,
Money,
money,
money, money,
money.
money.
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's a first-person mod for Mass Effect Andromeda. There's 3 of them, actually. Nice.
Did you see that there's Star Trek in Warships? World of Warships?
Yeah, that's confusing. I don't know how that's going to work.
That's barcode baiting, ma'am.
I just reinstalled it today because the guys were playing War Thunder for a little bit as well, and they're like, "We're gonna go do boat stuff." And if you say boat stuff, I assume World of Warships. No, they were doing War Thunder, but boat stuff in War Thunder. I'm level 9 in that game, and I've had it for probably 10 years or so, or however long the game's been out, and I've got like 6 hours in the game. I don't play it often.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to play freaking Palworld all over again because I'm just like, ha ha.
The last
Yeah, I'll
time
come
I
join
played
you.
it with Echo, and we randomized all the monsters in all of the areas. So like mega bosses were just running around. Like,
No.
we did it. We actually were able to make a base, found a place that wasn't terrible, but it was so mixed. Like you'd have stuff that you can catch, and then all of a sudden this level 40 something that's aggressive comes down and just torches your face.
I will
Nice.
never forget the first time me and Louie played together. We had a base, and by accident, that giant level 38 mammo creature ran into one of
Remember
these
us?
fires, and it just unleashed hell into our base. And we
Oh yeah,
sat there for a good 20 minutes fighting that thing.
yeah. No, it was a cell ray. The cell ray I had out was pumping water. And the Mammorest, they didn't path correctly, so it stepped off a ledge along that entryway. Because it seems like that at the time we were playing, that's where everybody built their first base. It
Mm-hmm.
just stepped off the edge, and it dropped on me, and it damaged me. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, well, it hurt me." And the cell ray stopped what it was doing, turned around, and started blasting the Mammorest with water. Like, "Oh God,
I was
this
on
is
the other
bad."
side of the map at the time. All I hear is you freaking out, like, "What's going on? I'm under attack." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah, it's still up on my TikTok, so you
Hey,
can probably find it.
Amy,
Did we catch it?
Yes.
you have Palworld?
I do,
Yeah,
yes. We're going to have to play it.
you beat
Yes.
You beat the crap out of it,
Finally.
Cajun.
Okay.
Other
Did
than
we?
that, we are at the end of the podcast. We'll go ahead and wrap this up real quick. As far as what I'm doing this week, it's going to be resetting my laptop, which I normally cast from. Again, Imy's graciously casting from his wonderful barcode sanctuary in Canada.
Yay,
Thank you again,
printer.
Imy.
I'm
So
printing from my printer.
I'll be resetting everything, downloading and installing all the programs I use and everything else. So that's me. So yeah, no, episode 101. We are done. This was a fun one. Very free form. Love you guys for it. Uh stay tuned for next week when we do 102 for whatever it is we're going to talk about and whatever shenanigans goes on in our own lives or in the gaming industry. So thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to join our Discord at discord.gg/the UDP broadcast and come say hi.
We should raid
Or,
Echo.
Also, don't forget to don't be a
Knob! A bell end if you're British.
wanker.
Bollocks.
I mean, you're in control of where we're going. Is Greedy Fails
Nope,
streaming,
but
or do you want to?
Echo is, so we can go to Echo.
Yeah, let me pull up her stream real quick. One thing I love about having Twitch Turbo is the fact that I can get ads no matter what.
Yoink. I
Is
think
he
that's
on
how you
his
do it.
DJ account or is he on his regular account?
He's on his regular account. He's playing Palworld.
Oh, well, let's go.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yahoo!
Take us.
Oh, wait.
Do
don't.
I need to start the raid?
Nope, I can do that right now. Bye-bye, everybody. So long. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.